Hi, everybody. Dan Ullman, Mike Beer, the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Friday, August the 25th is race number 10. Let's take a look at the field for the $250,000 Albany Stakes for 3-year-olds at 1 1/8 miles. Remember to head over to the Race of the Day page on DRF.com. Download your free Formulator past performances and handicap along with us. And surprise, surprise, Chad Brown very well represented in this race. He has the morning line favorite, the number 4 Twisted Tom, 8-5 Javier Castellano rides. He has the number 7 Minsky Moment, the third choice at 3-1 with Arad Ortiz. Let's begin with Twisted Tom, who's won 4 of 5 this year, and we can forgive him for his loss in the Belmont.
Yeah, I'll say you probably don't want to hold the loss against him. I don't know about you, Dan. I liked the way he rebounded a little bit in that Finger Lakes race. He went pretty early after the pace setter in that race and just sort of chased him the entire way, took over, stayed gamely to win. I really liked that performance from him. He's just one of those horses, he just looks like he'll stay all day.
Fergal Lynch rode him with a tremendous amount of confidence. He put him 4 wide on the first turn, and then sensing that the pace wasn't fast, he brushed, and then Twisted Tom responded nicely by coming to hand, pressing the pace setter. He took some strong challenge on the far turn, and then gamely stayed on in the stretch. He beat 4 of these common foes, and is the horse to beat at a relatively short price in this race. Let's look at the Timeform US Pace Projector. I'm curious to see how this race is going to be run. Pat on the back, the number 6, one of the horses that set the pace in the New York Derby. He's back in here. He has taken slow steps forward with each and every start. I'm just worried about this distance.
Yeah, I am too. I don't know that the 1 1/8, especially at a track like Saratoga, is going to do him any favors. The other thing about his last race, I think he ran fine to be 3rd in that New York Derby. But boy, was he in a good position off the backstretch and through the second turn as Twisted Tom and Broken Engagement sort of went after the pace setter, and all 3 of them wound up racing for it. This horse was just sitting in behind, and he wasn't quite good enough. I wonder if he could even take the step forward that he needs to take to win this race.
We see the 4 Twisted Tom in close attendance, also the 2 Diamaker, and I wonder if Tyler Gaffalione's going to be on a mission with this horse. Blinkers on, stretching out a bit. This horse has been a little bit disappointing. Really isn't his only chance to go to the front and try to just steal this?
Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe they will just try to send him here and see how far he can take them. I'll be surprised if he's around at the end.
Twisted Tom is going to be the more fancied of the Chad Brown duo. I think you do have to respect the lightly raced number 7 Minsky Moment. We'll first begin analyzing him with a formulator fact, and this is a Chad Brown good one. Over the past 2 years with 3-year-old dirt routers in non-graded stakes, 50%, a $4.18 return on investment, a winner over a wet track 2 starts back, and he was just up against the track last time.
Yeah, he really was. A little disappointed in that race, but I don't know what kind of a chance he really had, you know, in that 3-wide tracking trip as the winner just rode a gold rail on the lead with no pressure. I think you don't want to be too hard on him for that one. I guess it's the other races that you really have to sort of look at with him and then ask yourself, how good is he and how much do you think he can improve? The sloppy track race 2 starts back. All right, he got it done in that race. I don't know how well he actually ran in there. I mean, he caught a very lucky bob, and I know Red Knight came back to win, but that was on turf, and he's a turf horse. You know, his race against Broken Engagement, I know it was off of a layoff, but he was no match for that horse in that race. It'll be interesting to see. I think he is, in a lot of ways, the other horse. I just wonder what kind of price he'll be. And what kind of price would you take on him, Dan? I don't know how good he is.
I think he'll be in the 5-2, 3-1 range. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the second choice, but he does have that fig 3 starts back that puts him right in the thick of this. He probably has more upside potential than his uncoupled stablemate. And you were right, he was up against the track, 3-wide chasing over an inside speed favoring track. And the winner of that race came back, ran 2nd in a stake or 2nd or 3rd in a stake at Finger Lakes on Monday. He's an interesting horse to be sure. Broken Engagement took a shot at Twisted Tom in the stretch. And I wonder if he kind of had all the best of it when there was that early racing. He came with a bid on the turn. He actually poked ahead in front of Twisted Tom in upper stretch, and he didn't stay. Is it a situation where you look at that race and you say Twisted Tom proved he was a better horse?
Yeah, a little bit. It certainly, to me anyway, I think he maybe proved that. And he also proved that maybe he'll just outstay this horse, especially over this kind of track, because I think that's kind of what happened. This horse ran fine in that race. I don't love his other race. He does have a win over Minsky Moment, and he beat that horse fair and square, although Minsky Moment was off the layoff in that race. And he did get a figure for that race. I just wonder if he's as good as the favorite in here.
Can you dig it? Looks like he needs a little bit of pace to set him up. He does not have a lot of early speed. He clunked along in the New York Derby to finish 4th. I wonder if Jimmy Jerkins was using that race as a stepping stone to the richer Albany.
Yeah, he was no factor in that race, just trailed that field. He raced on pretty gamely at the end to get 4th without ever looking like he was going to win, but he's run some good races in the the past. I think you might be right. Maybe Jerkins was sort of using that race to get here.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the $250,000 Albany Stakes. We're both going to go with Twisted Tom. You're going to go with a Chad Exacta, 4, 7, and 3. I'll go 4, 5, 7, and 3. If you are playing the Saratoga Friday card for a moment, it's a good one. Several New York state-bred stakes races on tap. Remember to sign up to DRF Bets. 10% win place takeout on 10 tracks plus a $300 cash bonus if you sign up at drf.com/take10. Approximate post time for the Albany on Friday at the Spa, 6:23 Eastern. Good luck.